Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye. Om. Dear friends, welcome to Geeta. We are seeing the 4th chapter of the Gita, and I was reading the 12th shloka. That is, 12th shloka is about the people who perform various activities and who are always seeking the fruit of that karma. Kanchantaha karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha. So that is what Krishna was saying. There are most of the people, most of us, it is not as though most of the people are on the path of knowledge. Most of us, we are on the path of karma only. And not only karma, we also need the karma phalam. We also want karma phalam. We want some punyam. We want not only punyam, we want some prosperity. We want that when there is some personal need. We worship gods for various needs. So he is talking about that. And he was using the word Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati. Manushe loke. This Manushya loka is exclusively the place where this karma phalam takes place. So what does it mean? Karma phala, I was explaining a particular word called karma bhumi. Karma bhumi, we usually say, Bharata Desham is karma bhumi. Yes, no doubt, Bharat Desham is sacred, I am not disputing it. But it is not referring to Desham. In all the Puranas, they may say, suppose you may quote some Purana, in this Purana it is said Bharata Desha is a Punya Bhumi. Yes, Purana, if it says it is a sacred place, to that extent we can say. But Karma Bhumi, it has got a technical meaning. Karma Bhumi, loosely if you are using it, yes, it is a sacred place, there is no problem. But Karma Bhumi has a special meaning or a technical meaning that this Manushya Janma is the plane in which a person has the ability or chance to do something good or bad. It is like an opportunity for some course correction. So earlier he has been on some lower birth, let us say, and now he has come to this Manushya level. From this Manushya level he can attain liberation. He can attain some other higher celestial way of life. So maybe in some other janma, maybe a better type of janma. So this is the place where a person is having that chance. So that is the reason why it is called karma bhumi. It is a level at which a man has got a chance to do some course correction. A person has got some chance to improve himself. So that is the point. Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. And one more reason the commentators have said here is, that is leading to the next shloka. Next shloka is talking about what is called Chaturvarnyam, the 4 varnas. So why the commentators have given a connection? Because this shloka has to connect to the next shloka. And what is the connection? What is the connection between this and that? Why Krishna is saying Shipram hi manushe loke? Very quickly in the Manushya loka, people are getting results. Why? That is because in the Manushya loka, there is what is called this examination of people and putting the people right man in the right slot. You have put the people in the appropriate slots. So that is the reason why the people are getting the results. So that is how they have linked it up. But let us see the next shloka, that is Chaturvarnyam maya sushtam. This is a very, very important shloka. That is 4th chapter, 13th shloka. It is a very, very important shloka because you can put three important marks. That is because this is what has created a lot of social tension in our society. So we have to understand what exactly this means. What is Varna? I am going to explain maybe for 2-3 classes or maybe more. I don't know how much time it will take, but I want to explain in a rather detailed manner, because this is an opportunity for us to know what is there in our books. Not only here in this particular line, but also later what Krishna is going to say in the 18th chapter, and what, for example, Mahabharata says, and what Upanishads say, all these things we have got an opportunity to know. And again, what is the difference between Varna and caste? That is also a very, very important thing. Varna is something which is totally different from caste. So we have to see all that. So I will first read and explain slowly. This sloka number 13. Chaturvarnyam maya srushtam gunakarma vibhagashah tasya kartaramapi mam vidhya kartaramavyayam. So this first line, there are 2 lines in this Chaturvarnyam maya sushtam gunakarma vibhagashah. That is the most important line. Second line is more philosophical in nature. Tasya kartaramapi mam vidhya kartaramavyayam. I will first explain this. Chaturvarnyam. Varnam is a particular category. We know the word called varnanam. A poet is doing varnanam of, say, the morning sun. The morning sun is so beautiful and the poet is describing the morning sun. That is called varnanam. Suryodaya varnanam. or Suryastamaya Varnanam, or something like Megha Varnanam, let us say. Varnanam is describing something, describing what are the important features, how it is looking like. So Varnam is something which is describing. So Varna actually means here some quality or some sort of characteristic, some sort of mark, some sort of something which distinguishes a particular person from the other person. So that is what is Varna. Varna is some sort of quality or a description, a characteristic which describes the nature of a person. Here, because we are talking about human beings, you are not talking about some flower, you are not talking about sunrise or sunset, you are talking about human beings. About human beings, what is the description we can give? So he is a tall, he is a short, he is lean, he is fat, he is dark, he is fair, etc., we can say. But this does not denote the nature of a person. So when we talk about the nature of a person, nature means what? Oh, he is a person, he is a very cool person, he is a very contented person, he is a happy person, he is somebody who is a good, we broadly categorize as something which is called good. And again, somebody we say, oh, he is a very greedy person, a very corrupt person, a very ambitious person, we say. And somebody we say, okay, he is very, very enthusiastic, he is very aggressive, he is very dominating, we say, very dominating in nature. Or something like he is very, what can we say, he is very acquisitive, he wants to make more and more money. He may be doing it in a legal way, and we are not talking about illegal ways. So we are talking about the nature. A particular person is a good, bad and ugly. These three are broad phrases. So we describe people's nature. And we say, okay, Varnana, when we say that Varnana, when we are describing people, we have got human beings naturally right from olden days till now. Even today we see every day this description of human beings and categorization of human beings goes on in all fields. If you are a government servant, you know, or maybe even in the private sector, it may be there, that is evaluation of people. Evaluation of people, we have got annual reports. Annual confidential reports as we call them, or personal their performance reports as we call them. There are so many categories. People are tested on. So what is there? Is he having some leadership qualities, and is he having that ability to supervise, or is he having some ability to upgrade his skills, or is he having some sort of negotiating skills? How is he honest? What about his honesty? Is he honest? Is his integrity above board, or is he a corrupt person? And what about his ambition, and what about corruption, etc.? And what about his dedication, his aptitude to work, what we call aptitude to work, and his say organizational goals, etc.? Or is he totally lethargic or lazy? So all these things we describe. Even today, you go to any government department and take the confidential report pro forma, you will find all these things. Many, many more. Just suddenly a few qualities, a few things came to my mind, I have written. There will be many, many more. So then we can replace the same words with some old words. Suppose the same words, for example, somebody who is very ambitious in nature, who wants to achieve more, etc. So that is the old word for that is Rajoguna. Somebody who is very contented, somebody who is knowledge oriented, somebody who is not disturbing others, he may not be a great achiever, he may not be having the tendency to achieve, but his tendency is more to be studious, to do some research, to do some study, etc. So that is what we call Sattva Guna. Somebody who is very, very lazy in your office, somebody who is not doing any work, he needs to be goaded every time. Unless you give half a dozen memos, the file does not move from his table to the next table. So that is what is called Tamoguna. So all the old words for Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, etc., we are using some new words, that's all. For example, when we are talking about leadership qualities or ability to supervise, you are talking about what is called Rajoguna. And if you are talking about some negotiating skills of a person, there some intelligence is needed, some little bit of aggression also is needed, negotiating skills. So it is a combination of Sattva-guna and Rajoguna. Then we say the ability to upgrade skills, ability to learn, ability to study, ability to do some research. It is what is called Sattva Guna. Then honesty, integrity, etc. A person who is absolutely, his integrity is totally above board. That is basically, it speaks of his contented nature. That is, contentment is something which is called Sattva Guna. Then again, there is somebody who is ambition, he wants to achieve things, that is what is Rajoguna. And then again, lethargy, as I said, it is Tamoguna. So this is how mankind has always been analyzing people. This is one important point which we have to see. Mankind has always been trying to analyze people and put them in the slots. So this is exactly what has happened in this case also. So then, yes, the annual confidential reports, they also have another question. To what type of job he is highly suited? There is another point also. To what type of job is he suited? Is he suited for office work and research and things like that? Or is he suited for field work? Can he be sent out for field work for achieving some tasks? Can he take risks? Is he having that ability to take risks? So, and what about his, or is he having, is only studious in nature and then confined to office work, etc. So this is again, we can say, we can use the modern words. So for example, a person who can be employed in all types of field duties, for any active duty, for any challenging duty, that what we call Rajoguna. Somebody who is only suitable for office work or research work, etc., you can call it some Sattva-guna, maybe combined with some Tamo-guna also, because Sattva-guna sometimes can be combined with Ramo-guna, some Tamo-guna also. A person will be lazy, he may be intelligent, but then he will be lazy. Then suppose there is somebody who is in charge of something else, for example, entrusted with some sort of confidential duties. That is Sattva-guna, combination of Sattva-guna and Rajo-guna. So like this, we have senior officers, we are also asked to indicate as to, in what jobs this particular person is highly suited. So that also we suggest. So the same thing Krishna is talking about here. What is the nature of a person and what is the duty? Guna, karma, vibhagashaha. Guna means the nature, that is karma. Karma means duty. And what is this chatur varnyam? Varna I just explained to you. Varna means any characteristic which is indicative of the nature of a person is what is called varna. Varnyate iti varna. Varnayati iti varnam. Varnaha. Then maya sushtam, these four varnas have been created by me. And guna karma vibhagashaha, in accordance with the guna, in accordance with the nature, and also according to the nature, a work has been entrusted to him. Guna karma vibhagashaha. Then tasya kartaram apimam, and I am their creator, though I am said to have created all these things. In fact, my real nature is I am above all these things, I am not a karta at all. In all this Gita, in several places, this sort of contradicting statement will be there by Krishna. This contradicting statement is, he says, I am the karta, I am not the karta. So what does it mean? That means at a lower, he is talking there are two levels of reality. At a lower level, he appears to be the karta. At a higher level, when we talk about that supreme reality and that supreme satyam, jnanam, anantam level, he is not the karta at all. So all these things is just a manifestation. All these are just tentative things. They are not ultimate. He is also suggesting that all these things, what we call sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, and the categorization of people as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaisya, Shudra, etc., it is all tentative, it is all at a lower level only, not at the higher level. He is saying it directly. Tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Then, now what exactly is this guna? Guna, I have told you, the guna is somebody is greedy, ambitious and very achieving in nature. Somebody who is cool, contented, and very hard, not hardworking, very contented, and then very truthful and very straightforward, compassionate, etc., etc. That is one nature. So what are the old words for them? The old words for them are, that is, as I said, sattva guna, rajo guna and tamo guna. How are they manifesting in a person? How are they manifesting? And in fact, what Vedanta says is, this sattva, rajas, tamo guna, they are there everywhere in all things in the universe. Even in the vegetables we eat, even in all the animals we see, in the human beings. Every human being is a combination of all these three gunas. There is nobody who is 100% sattva guna, nobody who is 100% rajo guna, nobody who is 100% evil in nature. So that is it. So these three gunas, how are they manifesting in people? Sattva guna, as I said, just to repeat, sattva guna manifests as a person being righteous in his nature and very truthful, contented, happiness, that is another thing, trupti, santosha, and also straightforwardness. This rajoguna, always eager, always active and then itching to do something, and dominating in nature, sometimes acquisitive in nature and aggressive, and sometimes greedy, sometimes violent also. Even Rakshasas come under the category of Rajoguna. In fact, Rakshasas actually do not come under Tamoguna. There is a combination, much of it is Rajoguna only, because Rajoguna only leads to violence. And Tamoguna is basically not very harmful. That is very totally lacking in nature, lacking in initiative and drive, as we say. Is he having enough drive and initiative? That is one more column in the confidential reports. So these are the people who come under that low level of motivation, low level of drive and initiative. They always need to be driven. So that is what is called Tamoguna. Now we have to give some names. We have to give some names for these categories. We means not we, our ancient people, they have given some names for these categories. And what are the names that have been given? For somebody who is predominantly Sattva Guna in nature, that is, suppose you say there are three gunas, as I said, Sattva, Rajas and Tamoguna. What is predominant in a person? Suppose Sattva Guna is in the first place, and that is predominant in a person. And Rajoguna followed by Rajoguna. Rajoguna is in the second place. So such a person is called Brahmana. Of course, Tamoguna is also there. Tamoguna is the third place. Sattva Guna is in the first place. Rajoguna in the second place, Tamoguna in the third place that is called a Brahmana. Then what is called a Kshatriya? For a Kshatriya, Rajoguna is in the first place. Rajoguna means that spirit of achievement. And again, this Sattva Guna is in the second place. Sattva Guna, again, there is that truthfulness, honesty, and then capacity to rule and all these things. That is the reason why we said in the beginning, Rajarshaya, a king, he is also supposed to have Sattva Guna. A king, if he is not having Sattva Guna, there cannot be honest rule. There cannot be a rule according to Dharma. So a king should have that honesty. So for the king or for Rajoguna, this Rajas is in the first place, Sattva Guna is in the second place, and Tamo Guna is in the third place. Then there is another category in the same Rajoguna, that is called Rajoguna in the first place. Then Tamoguna in the second place. Tamoguna means some little bit of lethargy, etc. Not much of Sattva Guna. So that is what is categorized as Vaishya. And the fourth category is Tamoguna is in the first category. That is a person who is lacking in drive. And Rajoguna is in the second place. What is called Shudra. So that is what the categorization given by the ancient people. So let us see what are the duties allotted to these people. What are the duties? Guna, Karma, Vibhagashaha. I explained to you what is called Guna, what is called Sattva Guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Varnam also we have seen the names, what are the names that are given. And in the commentaries also, in the Sanskrit commentary which I am seeing, what I said, Sattva Upasarjana Rajah Pradhanasya Kshatriyasya. This commentary I will not read. What is there in the commentary, I just explained. So what are the duties allotted to these people? For a Brahmana, because he is endowed with that Sattva Guna, he is supposed to guide the society in all matters. Guide the society not on leadership, not in guiding the society not politically, guiding the society morally, ethically. Only that moral and ethical guidance is the responsibility of a Brahmana. Physical guidance and political power is with the Kshatriya, not with the Brahmana. So this Brahmana is supposed to do Adhyayanam and Adhyapanam. The Brahmana's duty is to study and teach. Adhyayana and Adhyapana. Not only that, he is also supposed to live in a very, very contented manner. He is supposed to be compassionate. He is not supposed to harm anybody. Ahimsa is the first point. And various books like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bharatam, they describe so many things about this Brahmana, saying that Brahmana has to be like this, has to be like this. If Brahmana is not like this, he is not at all a Brahmana. In fact, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam goes to say, Brahmanasya tu dehoyam kshudra kamaya neshyate. The body of a Brahmana is not for enjoying pleasures. It says, Brahmanasya tu dehoyam kshudra kamaya neshyate. The body of a Brahmana is not meant to enjoy the sensual pleasures. Then what? Kruchraya tapase chaiva. It is supposed to do serious tapas. Kruchra means very tough, difficult. It is supposed to do tapas. His whole life has to be in the form of a tapas. He should not deviate from dharma at any point of time. He has to be always contented. He should never be greedy. He should never be acquisitive. He should not show that ambition, etc. He should always be contented. So that is Kruchraya tapase chaiva. And he has to follow dharma at all times. and whatever are the rituals like Sandhya Vandana, etc., etc., Yajna, etc., they have been told he has to perform all those things. Kruchraya tapase chaiva pretya ananta sukhaya cha. Only after death he will attain some punyam. Only after death he will attain whatever is the depending on his whatever jignasa and whatever travel he has done, and whatever travel he has done on the path of knowledge, he may attain liberation or he may not attain liberation, but he is having some better afterlife. So that is what is promised to him. A Brahmana, he is supposed to work hard here, be contented here, and he only then he attains something better in a next life. So we will continue tomorrow. Harihi Om Tat Sat.